Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Destroy Duchenne Podcast. My name is Elijah Stacy. I'm the founder of the nonprofit organization Destroy Duchenne and the host of the Destroy Duchenne Podcast. Today, we have with us John.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, John, I want to get to know you, get the audience to get to know you. So, John, let's go straight into where are you from and how old are you?
I'm currently living in Lake Placid, Florida, and I am 19 years old, or 18. I'm sorry.
18. Okay, 18. Okay. All right. Well, now I'm just curious. When is your birthday? It sounds like it's coming up soon.
December 18th.
Okay, December 18th. All right. All right, you're getting there. So you're 18 years old. You're in Florida, you said. Very cool. Do you like it out there?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Like the sun.
You like the sun? Me too. Me too. I'm definitely a warmer weather type of guy. If I had to pick between super cold or hot, I definitely pick hot. So let's talk about things that you like to do. Do you like to, what would you say you like to do? Maybe sports, movies, reading. What is your thing?
I like to play Xbox. I like to go swimming. I like to watch movies. Go for walks with my dog. Yeah.
What kind of games you like to play on Xbox? What kind of movies you like to watch?
I play mostly first-person shooter games, so like Warzone, Call of Duty games.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And movies?
I like action movies, action and adventure, and military movies.
Cool. Okay, so okay. Any particular movie that's your favorite?
I think Captain America.
Captain America. Very cool. Very cool. Marvel fan. I like that. Mine is actually Iron Man. So pretty cool. How about food? I think that is a very important question. I think to really get to know someone, you got to know what type of food they like to eat.
I like a good steak or burger.
Good steak. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to have to second you on that. I like a good steak as well. Barbecue is actually my favorite type of food. So, what are your goals in life? What do you have planned? What do you want to accomplish in your life?
That is a good question. I guess I'm trying to figure that out. So, not really sure yet.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Definitely want to go to college. So not sure exactly what my goals are yet. So.
Okay. Are you are you in high school? Did you graduate?
I'm still in high school. I'm in 11th grade.
You're in 11th grade. Okay. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. That's crazy to me. I graduated high school about 2 years ago. So that's just that's wild to me. What are you passionate about? Do you have any, things that you're really passionate about?
I don't know. I like math, engineering stuff. I used to play with Legos a lot. Really like the Legos.
Mm.
I kind of think of engineering is like Legos, but a lot more complicated.
Yeah. So you're a very creative mind.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Very cool. I like that problem solver. Do you think so? This is something that I have found by doing this podcast. Do you think that Duchenne has made you more of a problem solver? That it kind of built that habit of you having to think, how to solve particular challenges in life that you face?
Yes, definitely. I think, yeah.
I think that's really interesting. And why do you think that is, though? Do you have what's your reasoning behind why it is that way?
I don't know, because you just got to do what you got to do to live life to the fullest. So, I mean,
it just naturally made you, so you just gotta get it done type of thing. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, all right. I guess moving into Duchenne now. When were you diagnosed with Duchenne?
I was diagnosed when I was about 4.
Okay, 4 years old. Yeah. And when did you really start to realize that you had the disease?
Probably when I was about 12, maybe.
And how did you take that? How did you respond to it?
I just kind of was like, it is what it is, Just got to accept what life throws at you and just keep going.
Okay, so you took the accept. And do you think that was the right attitude towards it? Do you think that that attitude has helped you deal with the disease in a beneficial way?
Yes, definitely. I think so.
Okay. I would agree with you. I definitely think that accepting it, extreme acceptance of what reality is going to be useful to someone with this disease. Um, what do you hate most about Duchenne then?
Uh, hmm. Just how it limits what you can do, and like how you can't go do other things that normal people can do, like sports and yeah, sports. I mean, what else? Just I mean, a lot of things. I don't. Yeah.
Just the limiting factor that it has. And okay, and so if you didn't have Duchenne, right, what would you be doing right now? Like if you didn't have this disease, you could walk. What would you be doing?
I would want to be a Navy SEAL.
A Navy SEAL?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Why is that?
Because I think I like the no quitting mentality. You just gotta just the no quitting mentality, and their motto is the only easy day was yesterday. And when I heard that, I thought that really spoke to me because with Duchenne, with us, it only gets harder every day. So it's the only easy day was yesterday. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. I'm gonna tell you right now, what you just said is gonna be a clip that's gonna go on Instagram. So that's great. I love that, and I definitely appreciate the Navy SEALs and their mindsets and things like that. I think it's great, and I think it's definitely useful to battling a disease like this. Considering that you can't be a Navy SEAL, unfortunately, do you have a dream job that you would want? I know you said engineering. Is that what it would be, or what is your dream job?
Yeah, I think it would be an engineer maybe, or maybe computer science, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, very very complicated, smart people things. I like that. My friend's actually in computer science, so we talk about that all the time. I think it's fascinating. Okay. In terms of losing your ability to walk, how old were you when you lost your ability to walk?
I think I was 16.
16?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you respond to that? How did you take it? Were you disappointed at first and got over it? Were you really sad? Or are you still upset about it? Like how have you taken?
Yeah, it was pretty rough in the beginning, but like I said earlier, you just gotta accept what life throws at you and just keep going. So I kind of just accepted it, and so. But when I was walking, I was a lot more nervous because I was always afraid I would fall down. So it's kind of almost a little less stressful sitting down, even though it has other negative effects. But so you gotta look on the bright side, I guess.
I know what you mean. There's some benefits to it as well as what you're saying, because constantly falling and getting up all the time, that's not fun either. So
Yeah.
especially when you start breaking bones and, getting all blood, for some reason I always fell on the asphalt and always had like a rock in my knee and I was always bleeding. I would, take the rock out of my knee, all the time. And so it just looked like I just like hit myself all the time or something on my knees. Um, do you think that Duchenne has made it harder to hang out with friends?
Yes, definitely. I think.
And can you go into why that is?
Well, it definitely takes much more work to get ready to go out, get dressed and all that, and then getting to where your friends are meeting up, or because you'd have to travel in like a special car, like with your with the wheelchair and all that versus just going out with your friends and getting in like someone else's car, like your friend's car or something. And just accessibility too is another thing. You have to like choose based on where you go, and it's hard to go in other people's houses if you want to go like visit them at their houses, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the car thing, I think, makes a lot of sense. You can't just, hey, come over and pick me up and I'll just walk into your car. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I have to, have a specialized car, and, we have to plan it. And so there's so many people involved just to go to a simple place. So I definitely understand that. And the same thing with going to a friend's house, you have to get the ramp. You have to make sure their walls are wide enough, or you fit there, and, the way their furniture is arranged, it's not just ready to go for you. And so it definitely becomes more challenging. Not impossible, though, not impossible. Just more of a challenge, but a challenge that we will overcome. Okay. So how about mobility in your arms? How are you doing there? What's that like?
I'm doing okay, but it's just a little rough. But I'm going into a trial where I'm getting exoskeleton arms. Like they're assisted arms, so I'm really looking forward to that. They kind of like help you move your arm and can increase like range of motion and all that. So, yeah.
Awesome. I think that's cool. And I think it's it's great what technology allows us to do to improve the quality of life right now. So I think that's great. Definitely let me know how that goes. Maybe we'll do a follow-up podcast on that, and you can tell us about that. But how does, the fact that it does attack your arms, how does that make you feel?
I'd say it's definitely humbling, and I don't really know. So it's just you got to work with it. So.
No, I know what you mean. I definitely think it is very humbling. To me, I personally, with my experience with Duchenne, is, losing your ability to walk sucks, but losing your ability to use your arms is just worse. It's just, I don't know. It's not that I would pick one or the other. It's just more of, maybe I would pick one over the other. I take that back. Maybe I would pick one over the other, but it's the second blow. That's a major blow. If we just stop with not walking, fine. But, when we have to keep getting worse, it's like, let me keep something, I talk about Duchenne as if it's like a person or something, but it's like, come on, Duchenne, let me keep something. Why you have to keep being a thief that's stealing everything from me? And so that's how I view it. And that's how I explain it to other people. And it seems to really make a lot of sense to them. But I love your attitude. You really do have that Navy SEAL stuff. Do you ever read Stoic philosophy?
I'm sorry?
Do you ever read Stoic philosophy, Stoicism?
No.
Have you heard of it?
Kind of, not really.
You're saying a lot of things. So I'm really into philosophy, all different types of philosophy, but Stoic philosophy is one that I get a lot of inspiration from, and they have a lot of good stuff. But what you're saying really sounds like the ancient Stoics, and it's stuff that I always say as well. And like, so there's this guy named Epictetus, and he was a slave, and his master actually broke his leg. But I find myself saying similar things to him. And so one of his major things was to take nature as it is given. And so, and that's what you keep saying. And so I think that's pretty interesting that you keep saying that. Definitely look into that. Do you think, though, that Duchenne, with all this adversity and all the challenges and all the things that you have to go through, do you think that Duchenne has made you a better person?
Yes, I think so. I don't think I would be who I am today without Duchenne.
And why is that? And what are the specifics? Why has it made you a better person? How has it made you a better person?
Just having to go through adversity and just adapt and just kind of accept life is how it is, and just it humbles you a lot, I think. So I don't think I would be as humble as I am without Duchenne.
So it really builds your character up. All that adversity builds exactly. Yes, exactly. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. If there was one thing that you would want other people to know about Duchenne, right? What would that one thing be? And take your time with it.
Hmm. I would say that to some people, it doesn't look in some ways it may look easy on the outs, like in public, they don't see what you go through, like in your home and everything, and how much work it takes to do just pretty much everything. I mean,
in short, it's more than just being in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. Very cool, very cool. Or not very cool, but good point. Yeah, no, I definitely get you. Well, I want to know how Destroy Duchenne, right? This organization, this nonprofit, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good that there's someone like me out there that's trying to help our cause, and just I'm glad that there's one of our own out there fighting for us.
Someone with the disease, is that what you mean?
Yes,
Yeah, someone with the disease. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I think that it's important that we have people with the disease do a lot for it, because we can really make a lot of impact. I mean, we appreciate everybody that contributes to the cause, 100%. But people with the disease, we're very powerful in our advocacy for this disease, and raising money and telling our stories to get people to care about the disease, right? And so I think it's really important. One last question, not the funnest thing to talk about, but Duchenne is a very serious disease. It is in fact fatal. What are your thoughts on that? The early death rates.
I think it's pretty rough. You just gotta accept it, and you just gotta be, when your time comes, you just gotta be ready to go.
Yes, you really have that. You really have the ultimate mindset of a warrior, I swear. Like, you seriously sound like you're about to go to battle because you have those mindsets. I think that's important, because if you don't have that, then I think that you're going to just be obsessed and constantly thinking and not enjoying the time that you do have. And that goes for everybody, Duchenne, no Duchenne, whatever. People need to just try to live more in the present, including myself. I need to try to live more in the present and not worry too much about the future in terms of, life, in terms of your job, in terms of whatever it may be. So I like what you said. I think that's really good. So now I'm going to turn the tables to you. Do you have any questions for me?
When did the idea come to you to start Destroy Duchenne?
Yeah, so I guess we have some time. Let's do a little story time. So okay. So this goes way back. So ninth grade, I started to read a lot of business books, and I was getting really interested in business. And my whole life, I always wanted to do something really great, really big for the world. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but I started thinking, why do I have to wait when I'm 25, 30 to do something great? Why can't I do it now? I was 15. Why can't I do it now? Why do I have to wait?
Yeah.
And I just didn't know what it was yet. And so later that year, during the summertime, actually, we went to a fundraiser. They're raising money for Duchenne, and it was put on by a bunch of high school dance team in a high school theater. And so I'm in the theater and I'm looking through this booklet, and it has pictures of the dancers, ads, just general information. Now at the end of the booklet, it starts talking about Duchenne, and it says, Duchenne, it's a muscle wasting disease. People lose their ability to walk when they're like 11. And so I'm sitting there in my wheelchair. I'm going, okay, this is not news, whatever. And then it said, people will lose mobility in their arms. And I'm going, well, hold up a second. I don't know about this. What are you talking about? I'm one that threw the football around with my dad. My dad was he was a head football coach. And so I'm a huge football fan, loved throwing football around with my dad. I loved playing basketball. I would even shoot hoops in my wheelchair. And, I'd always play catch with my friends. So very active for being a disabled person. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, well, hold up. Like, this really hurts. But then I keep reading, and it says, oh, and the disease is fatal. Most patients pass away when they're 25 because the heart and diaphragm are going. Well, then blood's rushing. I'm like not breathing because this is the first time I ever heard this. I'm going, this is a mistake. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, no, that makes sense. Like, if it's a muscle wasting disease, those are muscles. And then it said that the disease is incurable. And the way I took that as they're like basically challenging me, saying that it can't be cured. I thought, well, let me enter the game then. Let's see what I can do. So I decided, later that night, I actually watched Iron Man. So I'm watching Tony Stark. He uses his knowledge to solve all the problems. And I'm thinking, I really like business. I want to get involved with this. Why don't I start a business? So I started debating, should I start a for-profit company or should I start a nonprofit? And, for-profit, I just, I was only, 15, didn't have as much resources or connections and stuff like that. And I didn't really have a product. So I was like, that doesn't really make sense. But a nonprofit, I could probably make the greatest impact with that. So I decided to start a nonprofit, and that's where it came from.
Wow. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, thank you. So that's where it came from. And we're about to do some big things, I think, coming really soon for the Duchenne community. I think we're going to make history.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think I have any other questions.
No. Okay. Well, it's been great doing this podcast with you. The way that we end this podcast, I don't know if you know, the way we end this podcast is we say complete the cure on a 1, 2, or a 3, 2, 1, not a 1, 2, 3. What am I saying? On a 3, 2, 1, we say complete the cure. The official slogan of Destroy Duchenne. And just for the audience listening, the reason it is complete the cure is because we believe we don't need to find the cure, but that we know what it is, but we need to complete the cure. There's certain things we have to work out to get this done. But it's not something that we need to, we're 100 years away from, 50 years away from, or we have to discover some unknown plant that has the cure in it, or some fish deep in the seas that we haven't explored. It's none of that. It's a matter of, advancing the science. It's something that we're aware of. We're talking about gene editing and gene therapy. I fully believe that is the cure for the disease, but we have to work out the things before we try it or before we use it in human practice. So that's why we say complete the cure. So, John, on a 3, 2, 1, are you ready to say complete the cure with me?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Complete the cure. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Destroy Duchenne podcast. If you'd like to learn more about this cause, you can go to destroyduchenne.org. And Duchenne is spelled Duchenne. That's Duchenne. So destroyduchenne.org. You can go there, learn more about the cause, listen to other podcasts. You can donate, which would be greatly appreciated. We would really appreciate that, as it helps us accomplish our mission. And so we just thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you.